Breaking news tonight on George Santos, the New York Republican congressman who says, quote, "I've lived an honest life," despite having lied about nearly every piece of it, including the statement, "I've lived an honest life." Here's the lead just out in the New York Times. In late 2021, as he prepared to make a second run for a suburban New York City House seat, George Santos gave permission for his campaign to commission a routine background study on him. The Times report, citing three people with knowledge of the study, goes on to say, quote, "Some of Mr. Santos's own vendors were so alarmed after seeing the study in late November 2021 that they urged him to drop out of the race and warned that he could risk public humiliation by continuing." And so here we are. This comes as we have an exclusive of our own about the congressman's time at a company accused of running a Ponzi scheme and what he told a suspicious customer at the time. Okay, so Andrew, walk us through what you found.
Yeah, so Santos worked at this investment firm in 2020 and 2021. It was called Harbor City Capital. He served as the regional director for the New York office. And the SEC basically shut this place down in 2021, right around the time that Santos left. They called it a classic Ponzi scheme in their complaint against the company. Now, what Santos has said last year, the Daily Beast reported on the Ponzi scheme, and he said, I didn't know about it. I'm just as shocked as everyone else. But what our reporting has found has called it into question in an exchange with a customer. And let's take a look at that exchange so people can see what happened. Now you can see that this customer is raising concerns to Mr. Santos about what is essentially the company went out and they told people that if they invested with what the SEC says is now a Ponzi scheme, all of their investment would basically be backed by this line of credit from banks. And here we have this customer telling Mr. Santos, I looked into this, I called my bank, they said it's fraudulent. And most importantly here is this is April 2020. The SEC doesn't take action against them until April 2021. So this is more than a year before that Santos was alerted to possible fraud at the company.
And I mean, this isn't all the investigation found. What was Santos saying at the time about Harbor City Capital?
So when Santos was running for office in 2020, he said a number of things about his time at Harbor City. He called himself the head guy in the New York office. He said he was an executive. And interesting, he also claimed that he was posting for all of these customers these massive, massive returns. Let's take a listen to this clip from 2020 and what he told one interviewer.
Currently at Harbor City Capital, I manage a $1.5 billion fund, right? And I know how to manage it well. I give record returns to anybody who watches this. They'll understand I'm giving, a 12% fixed yield income return a year, which nobody in the market's giving 4, and we're giving 12. We're also giving up to 20 to 26% in IRR return on our investors' capital.
So we reached out to Mr. Santos, or Congressman Santos now, a couple times over text message. We reached out to his spokesperson. We didn't hear back. We did hear back from his private attorney. We asked him about the tweet. He didn't directly respond to our question, which is, what did Mr. Santos know about this Ponzi scheme? When did he know it? He gave us a statement basically saying, in light of the ongoing investigation and for the benefit of the victims, it would be inappropriate to respond other than to say Congressman Santos was completely unaware of any illegal activity at Harbor City.
All right. Andrew Kaczynski, fascinating. Thank you.